Good morning, I'm Chris Day, Operations Officer in the Florida Division of Mercy Management in the State Watch Office. The following is the Daily Situation Report for Friday, April 17, 2009. The State of Mercy Operations Center in Tallahassee is activated to a Level 2 or partial activation in response to the flooding conditions in the Panhandle and Big Bend regions of the state. The State Watch Office will continue to monitor all severe weather and flood status for the state of Florida. Turkey Point Nuclear Power Plant Unit 3 is down for routine maintenance purposes. Crystal River, St. Lucie, and Farley are 100% operational at this time. There are no major power outages reported. All airports and seaports are open and operating normally. All major highways in the state are open or will be open in the next 12 hours. There are no health advisories issued for the state. There are no confirmed or suspected major attack on major computer networks in the state. And there are no known border security or migrant issues at this time. And now for the weather report.
Thank you, Chris. Very pleasant weather conditions will continue across the state today and tomorrow as high pressure remains over the region. High pressure center near the Carolinas will continue to build southward today, and this combined with a lingering cold front over Cuba will create a very tight pressure gradient and cause east winds to quickly increase after sunrise today. Sustained winds of 10 to 20 miles an hour are expected statewide by this afternoon, with higher gusts of 30 miles an hour possible. These wind gusts could be especially strong along the Florida East Coast, and a lake wind advisory is currently in effect for northeast Florida counties along the coast and the St. Johns River. These strong winds may also be able to push some isolated Atlantic showers on shore today. However, these should dissipate as they move inland. Otherwise, partly cloudy and mild conditions are expected statewide today and tonight. These strong onshore winds at the coast will also generate high waves and lead to a moderate risk of rip currents at east, central, and southeast Florida beaches today through Sunday, as well as the Florida Panhandle beaches Friday and Saturday. A high risk of rip currents is expected at northeast Florida beaches and western Panhandle beaches today and Saturday. The onshore flow will keep relative humidity values above normal levels for much of the state today. However, inland areas may briefly reach critical levels for a few hours. Longer durations of low humidity is forecast for interior South Florida, and a red flag warning is in effect for western portions of Palm Beach and Broward counties, as well as all of Hendry and Collier counties this afternoon. Even if humidity levels do not reach critical values, gusty winds statewide this afternoon may cause control problems for any new or existing wildfires statewide today. Rainfall from earlier this week will continue to affect some North Florida rivers. A river flood warning remains in effect for the Escambia, Choctawhatchee, Chipola, and Ocklawackney rivers, as well as the Osceola, St. Marks, and Apalachicola rivers in the Florida Big Bend. Moderate to major flooding is expected to continue on the lower Santa Fe River, as well as the middle and lower Suwannee River basin. The flood wave crest is currently passing through Branford and Three Rivers Estates, and will then continue on the lower Suwannee, affecting locations south of Wilcox after the weekend. The next storm system will affect North Florida late in the weekend and early next week. The Storm Prediction Center has placed portions of northwest Florida in a slight risk area for severe weather on Sunday, with portions of northeast Florida in a slight risk area for severe weather on Monday. While the risk of severe weather is elevated, rainfall amounts are forecast to generally be less than an inch as the cold front moves through. While this is good news for North Florida rivers, it's not so much good news for Central and South Florida areas who are still in a moderate to severe drought. The Keach-Brown Drought Index average for the state of Florida is 432 on a scale of 0 to 800. However, much of the Central and South Florida Peninsula still has KBDI values well above 500. With mostly dry conditions expected through the weekend across the Florida Peninsula, high drought values are expected to continue, along with a higher threat for wildfires.
Florida Mercy Management has launched an interactive website for kids as part of the 2009 Kids Weather Survival Week. Developed by the division and Ideas, the family-friendly site is designed to give kindergarten through 6th grade students, teachers, and residents free downloadable information, educational activities, and stories on Florida weather hazards. For more information, go to www.kidsgetaplan.com. That's all we have for you today. Have a safe and wonderful weekend.